Yeah, welcome back to the Firehouse for some more Firehouse reasoning. I think tonight in the fire we'll have look at religion, because I'm always slaughtering religion, you know what I mean? So those who are religious, you know, they probably feel that I am fighting against religion. No, I am not fighting against religion, my friend. In fact, I am very, very religious. Religion is my business, that's what I say. I love it. You know what I mean? So, because you hear me now saying that those who are religious are devious beings, you know what I mean? I mean those who organize religion. You know what I mean? Yeah, they are devious beings, but it does not mean that religion is organized, like I'm saying. I don't know how old religion is, exactly, you know, but I'm sure that men was living a long time before religion formed themselves into these organizations that they now form themselves into anyway. So you know that how old is Christianity? They say about 2,000 years. I don't know how old Judaism is. Maybe another couple of 100 years older than that. But before that, before men have these religion, like I'm saying, whatever your religion is, before that come about now, what do you reckon men was doing? Because men was still living. And you're not going to tell me now that no one knew the truth, right? Until religion come about and figure it out. Say about 2,000 years ago or 2,500. Are you trying to tell me then that all the time, right, that man has been living on the earth? Then no one figure out what was right until the religion, the major one, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hindu, whateverism is arise. And previous before this activity, man never knew the truth. No, I reckon then that previous to this organization of canonizing religion up into a body, men know the truth naturally for themselves, what we would call spiritually, you know. But these organizers, I say, come now and put a casing over it, that the ability to think freely for oneself, organize it, so then spirituality get mixed up with religion, as it was, you know, get locked in. So now you have the truth being locked in instead of being free, if you know what I mean. Once it was free, man just think it for themselves. Before religion come and organize it and say, no, you can't think it for yourself. We think it for you. Tell it to you. It's been revealed to us. That is the behavior of the religious man. So now, because it get formed that way, now you have what I would call now religion now taking on an outward form instead of an inner. So now you get this in and out, you know, positive and negative aspect of religion. You know what I mean? So now, like I'm telling you, religion, I always use a coconut because I'm familiar with that. Religion is now like a coconut which possesses a very nice juice, which is good for you, but it is concealed within a very hard shell, you know, on the out. And this hard shell must be removed for you to get to the juice. And in the same way, all of the religion represent this coconut. And for you to get to the juice, you have to remove the outward form. You know, like you would remove the shell of a coconut. You know what I mean? Once you do this, you get to the juice. So religiously, I've explained this reason before. We're going over it again. Religiously, spiritually, when you see religion, you are not seeing the truth. Then, in whatever organized form it is. But that does not mean it does not contain the truth, if you know what I mean. But you have to remove those who are practicing the religion from out of the way, because those who are practicing religion represent the husk of the religion, if you know what I mean. The part that need to remove, even though it was the part that first attract you to the religion, you know, just like it was the shell of the coconut that attract you first, not the juice. This you get to understand that there was juice in it after, you know what I mean? So once you recognize, you know, you'll recognize whatever your religion is. But then you'll have to recognize that it does contain a juice, but you have to remove the shell. And to remove the shell now, meaning that you must ignore anything at all that they tell you. Most of what they tell. You must be the one now that decide what is right that they tell you. Because they probably tell you a bit of what is right, mixing with a bit of idiocy as well. So you have to, you have to accept what is right and reject what is not right. And in this way, you will naturally dismantle the outward form, and then you enter the inward form of the religion. So every religion has got this, and the inward way of every religion is one, the same, got the same. Like if you go to any of these outward religion, they don't agree with each other. But if you go to say Christian and you say is it right that a man should murder a next man? They'll tell you no. But if you go to any religion, they'll tell you the same. See what I mean? God, the lie is one. Is it right to rob from somebody? They all will tell you no. You see what I mean? But they don't agree in their outward form, because in the outward form, it's that is where you will find confusion. You know, it's not. The outward form is not genuine, if you understand what I mean. That's why it appears in different forms, and you have to penetrate the form to get to the juice. Similar thing like I would tell you that human beings themselves appear in these many different forms, that they call themselves black, white, and Chinese, and this and that. But whatever you call in yourself, that don't make no, that's just your outward form. You see, spiritually we have to dismantle the outward to get to the inner. So once we dismantle your little body, like I say, once I dismantle your little body, get that out the way, all that's left there within now is a spirit. You see what I mean? And our spirit is one. So you don't get in the confusion of thinking that, oh yes, there is different race of human living here and all that. You know what I mean? All those things are, like I repeat before, the thought of beings who are completely deluded. Although because they probably have some big letters behind the name, go to whatever university, and they come up with whatever idiotic idea they come up with. You know what I mean? People give them credit. Not people with any sense. Give them credit. You know what I mean? For these type of achievement. You know what I mean? But the only genuine achievement you can have in this planet while you are visiting, passing through, is when you see through the illusion of what is going on here. When you see through the illusion of religion and free yourself from it. You know, like, this is how ridiculous it is, you know. You don't have to say if you was a Muslim, abandon your Islam. You just have to ignore the outer form of it, because you know for yourself that the only way you can be a good Muslim and a true Muslim is to live with a clean heart, honestly, with a love for every man. And to be a true Christian applies the same thing, or a true Rasta. No other way. It's only one way for us all. You know what I mean? So it's for each of us then. Say like me now. I say I'm a Rasta. But what I've done now, I don't just swallow up everything that Rasta tell me. You know what I mean? What I hear when I was growing. No, I come up and attack it with my machete and just woof, you know? Never mind believing in Selassie and not for me. You know, see, I don't believe nothing else. Clear. So then I get to the root, I say, of what Rasta really is. The inner. You see? And find out that, oh, Rasta is the one that dwell within man. Everywhere. See what I mean? Not just in one place or in some group of people who claim that they are Rasta. You know what I mean? Rasta is not that limited. It's a true Rasta I'm talking about, you know. The outward form is. Because if the outward form go to China and tell them the Chinese about Selassie, they don't know, and they have their own icons, if you want to call them that. You know what I mean? And if they go anywhere, people probably don't hear about that. But the inner form now is everywhere, because anywhere I go and tell a man about conscience and what is dwell, he knows that. You know, he could deny it as much as he want, but wherever he is, I am. You see what I mean? And that is the, like I'm telling you, the inward way. Now, if you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, whatever you call yourself, you have to do the same thing. You don't have to abandon your religion. You can still say that you are a Muslim or a Hindu or whoever, but you are one of them who live honestly with your fellow human being. And if you should meet me then who say I'm a Rasta, what argument would we have? You are saying, all you do is say that you're Muslim, innit? And I say, no, what is there to argue about? No need for me now to say, oh, you have to join my way. Because all I want to know is that your intention is to live pure and clean within thy own heart and mind and soul. It's not you saying you are a Rasta. You don't have to say nothing. You can be what you want. Because the truth is with everyone in it. Whether no matter what they want to call the name. You see what I mean? These things, like I tell you, is everything in God is in oneness, you know. You are the one who is causing the division. So here on earth, like I tell you, it's only one race. Human beings. But because of the body, you know, the appearance. Yeah, we appear in different forms. You know, black, white, green, and I don't know, green man, I say alien, you know, yellow man and brown man, they say, so they say, and some other time. But whatever color you deem yourself to be, yeah, I mean, no, that's not who you are, because you're not your body, are you? Although you've been tricked to believe that you are the body. So a lot of you now segregate up yourself into and accept this racial group type. You know what I mean? And accept the standard of beauty that idiot people have set for you. You know, egoists have set, and has fallen into the ways of worshipping the form. You know what I mean? And not knowing anything about the substance. So we indulge, like I say, more in appearance. And judge others by appearance, you know? And we are categorized according to our appearance. So I will be categorized as a black man, and Marius, my friend, is a white man, and Axman is a Chinese man, and that. But what I'm saying is, anyone at all who know the truth, know that this is just the rambling of fools. Because we are spirit. God never created any division, you know what I mean? More of a unity, if you know what I mean. But this unity, like I'm saying, ignorance, if you are living in ignorance, you cannot comprehend this. Have a drink of water, star. So instead of, for example, even on a physical level, I say, we could find out the similarities between ourselves. But we don't look for the similarities, we look for the difference. Simple thing like, oh, you are a black man and I'm white. But regardless of what color your body is, you still have to go to the toilet, innit? Pass through and eat food, innit? Sleep and whatever. So the body is similar, innit? Whatever they call it, you still have to go to the same function, you still have to die. Can't live without air, innit? And so you could figure out from just on a physical level the similarities that we have in common. And then if you was honest enough now, you would eventually arrive where you see that we are the reason why we have these similarities, because we are the same thing, spirit. It's just that the spirit has appeared in diverse forms. And those who are ignorant cannot see this diverse form. Those who set outside religion cannot see the inner, because if they could, they would not set up outside religion. So all outside religion, this is what I'm telling you, it's like a coconut, you have to remove it. It's ignorance. It's the negative side of religion. It is the opposite of what is right and correct. You see what I mean? Although the two of them is together, you know. But that's just reflecting the negative. It's like the body is negative to the spirit. You understand what I mean? So the outward religion is negative to the inner form of that same religion. You see what I mean? It have an outer and an inner. You know, that's how this dimension works. So all we're saying is, we're not saying, you know, don't forget about your religion. No, don't forget about it. Just operate off the inward part of it. Ignore the outer form. You know what I mean? The outer form where those men who are, like I'm saying, performing a lot of silly rituals. You know what I mean? Ritual has got nothing to do with nothing. You don't have to perform a ritual to live honest and truthful, do you? No one don't have to, like I say, tell you what time to pray, when or how. That's stupid, like somebody teaching somebody to how to say thank their own mother for what they did to them growing them up. You know what to do yourself. You thank your own mama, your own dad for what they do to you, or your friends, or whoever you want to thank. No one have to teach you. So if you realize that there's a creative energy higher than yourself, and you want to thank that energy, no one don't have to train you. You say what you want in it. You want God to yourself when you want to say it, how you want to say it. Nothing to do with anybody else. You know what I mean? But if you are following the outward form, of course they are going to set rules and regulation and time, you know, and say do it at this time or that time, you know. Maybe they are doing it at this time because they actually believe that these are the times when you can get in touch with God. Otherwise, I don't know, God might be having a sleep between the other time. I don't know. Anything goes in this outward form of religion. You know what I mean? But I'm saying now in this time, it should be quite easy now to see and understand what I'm talking about when I say outward religion is idiocy. All you have to do is listen to the priests, listen to what they're saying and how they're saying it. Understand? And then you will know for sure, for your own self, because I say so, that these beings do not know what they're saying really. They're just repeaters. You see what I mean? Forever repeating a story that was 2,000 years ago when they claimed Jesus was about, you know, what Peter did, what John said, what women. But that's just like I'm saying, learning to repeat what you hear. And you ain't going to know the truth that way if you are just repeating what you hear. because that is a set formula of the outside religion. You know what I mean? A man says, oh, it was Gabriel. But who is Gabriel? No one don't know. No one has ever met Gabriel. But the outward religion, like I say, have to cloud, just like how Mr. Suit and Tie, the deceptive man, have to wear suit and tie to mask his deception. So too the outward religious man have to mask his deception with a lot of miracles and all kind of idiotic story dressed up to look nice. You know what I mean? God parting the sea, his son Jesus coming here, and all those kind of things are the ramblings of lunatics. I know you don't like to hear the truth that if you are rambling about Jesus, you are a lunatic, but you are. Because you are just following what the outside man tell you, and the outside religious man is an idiot. To the truth that is, you know. When they say that he is an idiot, God never created any idiots. Let's get this straight. But men can act foolish. The outside religious man is choosing to act foolish. Yeah? The leaders of it, I say, are choosing to act evil. Because they know what they're doing. They know the lie. You know what I mean? Those who run it, they know the lie. But there might be some of the flock who is deceived by the lie. You see what I mean? But it's a definite lie. It's so much of a lie that, like I say, I'll bet my soul against it. That this idiotic story is just a lie. And obviously, all of the outside religion, they have what I call a front man, a superstar. You know, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Selassie. And if I don't know the rest of them, they must have a superstar. But they have to, because they are just telling a fairy story. They're not the real thing. Don't get me wrong, you know. The husk of a coconut serves its purpose for a while. But there's a time when it comes to maturity, when it must be removed. So yes, when one is young and thing, that's how we get introduced to these things. Those really just bodies serve a purpose and their little ideas. But once there's a maturity, we are supposed to remove that. Once we reach a maturity within ourselves, we step out of that, ignore that. You know what I mean? Get rid of it. That is the only way that you are going to unmask the deception. Because the whole of the outer is deceptive. Every one of them, you don't think any of them, I have to laugh. You don't think any of them priests are genuine. You just make the dress. You see, and the nice walking stick and everything. You just make that convince you that they are holy. But yes, they are holy fools. That's what they are. Anyone who is on here now, burning their heart out and talking about Jesus, that must be an holy fool. Because at the end of the day, it's as if they're getting God and Jesus mixed up. Who do you want to deal with, Jesus or God? Do you want to deal with the Son of God, or do you want to deal with God? Why don't you just deal with God instead? Are you afraid of God? That instead of talking about God and God ways, you're happening about what God Son say and what God Son never say. God's Son is not God anyway, yeah? Let's have it straight. God's Son is not God's Son. Let's imagine as the foolish man outside would say that God sent his Son. Yeah? Well, that was his Son. It wasn't God, was it? So, can we deal with God instead of his Son? I'm telling you, yes, we can. So, because we can deal with God instead of his Son, right? Or any of his front man. One man is saying it's God's Son, and the rest are saying these are prophet or holy men or whatever type of men you want to call them, that you seems to establish to tell other people that they first have to go through this man first before they reach God. You understand? So now what we are saying now, it is time to get rid of all these men. Because that is just the outside man with his crazy idea. You know what I mean? Always going on about the prophets and the saints and the this that God has said. You know what I mean? But all those are, I say personally, because I'm willing to bet my soul against it. These are the ramblings of the beings who have been now become the shell rather than the substance. You see what I mean? Like it's just have a drink of water. They now become like the glass instead of the water. If you know what I mean. Because they are holding on to ideas that are not true. That's how you become firm to the shell. You're holding on to ideas, right, that are not true. It doesn't look how many million Christian or Muslim is on the planet here now. Yeah? And they are believing in whatever they believe in, their form of Christianity, their form of Islam, their form of any religion you can put this on, not picking on any one person now. But all the people who are living now, what they can only believe what the religion is telling them. Because when most of it was going on, they wasn't around. So all these, anyone now who take it up, is you can guarantee that they are only going to be repeaters, repeating what they hear, what has been said. And this has been said even long before they was born. You know what I mean? And now they come along in life and believe the story that was told to them, or what is written down. I don't know when whoever write down what they write down. Because some of these people are convinced that it is God himself who penned these books. That's how fervent a religious nutter can get, that he would actually believe that it wasn't men, right, who could write in them times. Because not everyone could write. Writing was more limited. I would say it looked like it was a more specialized field in them times. It never spread to the masses like it is in these times. So now these beings want to pretend that no, it wasn't those beings in them time who could write, who write down their ideas. You know what I mean? And formulate it up into either the Quran or the Bible or the Bhagavad Gita, whatever book them want to have. No, they want to claim that these books, right, was divinely inspired, you know? Because it look as if God says, I must have made a mistake in the beginning of creation. That I never inspire any divine book. So that my divine word might be permanently in books. So those who can read can get the benefit of my divine words. You know what I mean? It's only when, like I'm saying, when these men come about and started writing these books, well, according to the religious man, it's not even them. You know, like the angel Gabriel tell them to write it. But nothing don't go like that. It's just men who write the book and drawing from stories that was that happened even before they was born. Some of what they hear them. But having said that, doesn't matter how them write the Bible or the Quran, it's still going to end up as a positive and a negative book. But you try tell that to the outside idiot, I say. Because as far as he's concerned, the Bible is holy. And there is no mistake in it. So in his idiocy now, when anyone point out the negativity in it to him, he's even ashamed. You know, like the Muslims say, well, how come you're saying that over there and that over there? Instead of just explaining that. That's how the Bible is. It's a book of positive and negative, like the whole entire universe and like you yourself. You're positive and negative. Why wouldn't you think the Bible was positive and negative, or your Quran or anything else? It have to be. But in your own idiocy, innit, you would rather think that, no, man, everything in there is pure, man. Everything in there is the word of God. You see, you think that is the height of idiotic thinking, or I would say cowardness or laziness, and unwillingness to investigate properly into things. But it may be the reason why people cannot investigate, I say, properly into things with their own mind, using their own thinking capacity, is because in general they don't live honestly. So the mind is not, it's like the mind is not, cannot see clear enough. You know what I mean? Because really, when you live in negatively, then say you behaving bad, negatively, right? What is really happening is like when the cloud gather over the sun is still shining, but because the clouds, they don't penetrate back to the earth so easily through the cloud, you know what I mean? So when beings then are doing negative things, they are creating a cloud within themselves. This cloud, that cloud over the sun that is within. So even though the sun is shining, it look like it don't reach these beings. You know what I mean? But if you want to clear up the cloud that is obscuring your light, the light of the terrible and dreadful one that dwell within, all you have to do is to apply self-discipline and start to live properly. And then this living will disperse the cloud. When the cloud is dispersed, you can see clearly. You see what I mean? But it is the cloud that is stopping you from seeing what is happening in life. And the cloud come about simple, just by the way that we are behaving. So check your behavior, like I'm saying. Find out from your own being what your desire is. Your wishes, your hopes, you know what I mean? Find out if it's selfish, or if you're really thinking for all. You know what I mean? Because like I'm telling you, if one man can think for all, everyone can. And if everyone is not thinking for all, that means it's only because their vision is obscure. And your vision can only be obscure by your own action. So check your own little dirty self, I say, and freshen up, clean up. You know what I mean? You can only clean up by stopping the things that you know in your heart, you know, are wrong. You see what I mean? That is the only way, I say, for you to enter firehouse, is to make the correct preparation. You know, because when you come in firehouse now, you're no longer going to rely on what the outside say, innit? Because you can see positive and negative. You can achieve the balance of things. Instead of you listening to what your idiotic priest is telling you, you know the truth for yourself. You know what I mean? The truth is in everyone, you know. Just like I'm telling you. Simple as that. Just like how you see the sun giveth light to the whole earth. That sun is in us. A hotter sun than that I'm on about. Dread sun is within our psyche. If you want to put it this way, then think of yourself as a miniature planet. Not even a miniature planet, a miniature universe. So the universe is within thyself. Yeah? So you have your own sun and moon in there that give it light, you know. So it is this one now within that over the years then human being has labeled God, the way, the light, Rastafari, the I am, Jehovah. I don't know some of the foreign name them that God have or whatever, you know. Some people don't like it. Like I say, some people say, oh, you can't say God. Well, if you don't like to say God, don't say that, no problem. I don't have any problem using any name at my disposal, or I don't object to no name, as long as it's indicating to the fullest that this one is within, if you know what I mean. And like I say, you don't believe things now when you move from the outer farm. The outer people are believers. So they can believe in anything, I say. As far as I'm concerned, they can even think God has got 10 heads. And that he sent Jesus here, and that Jesus is up in the heaven, sitting by his, I don't know if it's the left or the right hand side of God, an angel, and they can believe anything, because this is what believers do. They are never sure about anything, you know, but they have faith in whatever they believe. I don't have faith in believers. I put in faith in things that I believe. I have faith in what I know. So I know for 125 trillion billion percent that the man outside in his religious, whatever one it is, don't know God. Because what he's talking about, and it is his reasoning is the reasoning of a confused soul. Maybe because he's under disguise and his intention is not correct. And the true purpose of him setting up or joining religion is not to find God. Maybe that's what confused him. I don't know, because I don't know what's in his heart, innit? Those who desire to join whatever particular religion and go through their particular ritual. I don't know what are in these beings. You know, why they should desire to do these things. But I'd hazard a guess to say it's due to the selfishness that is still residing within them, that they refuse to clear out of themselves and to really face the truth and admit that, okay, yeah, I'm wrong and I will change my way. It's not nice to do, you know, be honest with themselves, truthfully. Maybe they find it hard to do these things because the majority are being dishonest and they have fallen into the trap of saying, well, if we can't beat them, might as well join them. You know what I mean? But that cowardly way out ain't going to bring you to the truth. By if we can't beat them, join them. If we can't beat them, you better choose to die. And say, live alone then, if that was the case. But under no circumstances should one be saying, no, can't beat them, join them. No. If we can't beat them, well, if I can't beat them, I say I'm not joining them, you know. Rather fight on my own against them till I die. Rather than, how could you know the truth and then go and join wickedness anyway? You're stupid. Or join what you know in your heart is wrong. And I know these things are wrong. Like I'm telling you, I don't believe these things. I know these things fully. Not halfly, you know that they're wrong. And I know these things fully, like I'm telling you, because I'm under the guidance of the terrible and dreadful one himself, the High General. Highest general in the universe I'm talking about, you know. Ain't no little, like sometime when I'm talking, laughing, some people must think I'm really joking when I tell them how bad I am as a general and that no one can test. Absolutely no one, where truth is concerned. Even if you was Gabriel. And the reason why, I tell you the reason why you can't do it. It is because of like the one that dwell within, he is my master in it. You think you could test the master? No way you're going to test that one where truth is concerned. So that's why I tell you that any word that cometh out of my mouth when I sit before in the firehouse is truth. Because that's you ever see the sun shining anything apart from sunlight? Nah, man. So when we sit in the court and we're going to talk about the real and living God, it is the truth. You see, because you have to know God to talk about God. It's just like me. If you don't know me, you can't go talking about it. What you're talking is about what you hear. But I don't talk about God about what I hear, innit? Or what Jesus said, or Muhammad, or what was revealed by him. I don't know what was revealed to them. Neither do I care. I know what I know, and I spit it myself and stand by it to the fullest. And know that, yeah, that will defeat anyone in the universe, man. Doesn't matter what they say. Numbers don't worry me, does it? It's not I'm just in here thinking, oh, there's 7 billion people on Earth. You know what I mean? There's 325,000 trillion people in the universe. So what? Could have been 979 trillion billion upon zillion. The word that I say is for all of them, and all of them. All of them put together cannot defeat it. So yeah, it's not a brag. If you want to think it's a brag, you can think it's a brag. But no being can defeat the word of the fire. No, man. What you can do is agree with it and say, yes, that is the living truth. If you know, but you would have to know the truth yourself, you know. Because not everyone's eyes is open, like they say, long time thing. They have eyes to see, yet they do not see. Ears to hear, yet they do not hear. Because to penetrate my words proper, you have to be a being, like I tell you before, who is striving to live a self-disciplined life. Then you can hear the word live and direct. All those who are not doing that, when they hear me speak, they probably think this is the rambling of a lunatic. You see what I mean? Because man is a rebel soul, if you know what I mean. So it would take those now who really love God to understand that, yes, this is the fire. Because if you don't love God with all your heart and all your soul, all your aura, I say, how could you then understand the parables of God's words? You're not going to be, able to do that. You'll be more... like I say, a God channel man. You're more into false religion. You get excited in that. But the truth doesn't excite you. Because you don't love truth. You see what I mean? This kind of a thing is for those who love truth. Now, why would a man love truth? When, like I say, you can't see truth, can you? And then there's the reason, why would you love it? Is it because it's going to make you rich? Because obviously truth ain't going to make you rich. Well, it hasn't made me rich. Yeah, so it's not a thing that make you rich then. So what could be what is the pleasure in it then? If you know what I mean. Well, the pleasure in truth are many. I couldn't describe them. It's too magical to describe. But let's say one thing that the truth does then. It shows you the oneness of life, and I think that is marvelous. Because before the truth revealed this to me, I did really believe myself that, yeah, people are black and white, and, we have our different countries and all this thing, and, yeah. But when the truth revealed to me the oneness of our life, I thought, yeah, man, that's what life should be. You know what I mean? Unity in diversity. You see what I mean? Because there's a oneness in life that is, I say, truly magical. And then the truth will reveal to you as well that, listen, man, what you worried about anyway about this dying business, man? Let's go and see that, man. And the truth show you that, no, man, that is not... this is actually a good thing, a thing to look forward to. You know what I mean? It's a time of your transformation. You see what I mean? So truth is useful to settle all those matters. You know what I mean? Truth is truth make you certain then. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be in doubt and anxiety, and if you was living on your own, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if everybody desert you. I know, say like me, I don't matter if everybody desert me in the world, no problem. As long as I have truth. You understand? Now why should like I say, having this thing, cause if anybody come to my house and say, show me your truth, I might reason with them, but I can't go in the cupboard and get nothing. I haven't got my truth stored up in bank, in it. And yet I love it more than cook food. If you know what I mean. Yeah, it is I say human beings themselves would get along better. Like say as an example, male and female. Yeah? If before they entangle themselves, because Because I have made this mistake myself, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming them. But before, because experience teach you these things, but before we get into a relationship with an next being, that we first know ourselves. Understand? Imagine that the man get to know who he is, or come under the guidance of his conscience, and then the woman do the same. That's when you would have the coming together of the male and the female in a perfect unity, because now both of them would be under the guidance of what? The one that dwell within, because the one is in both of them, innit? But both of them are not listening to the one. And you cannot be right in this world. You can't know the truth anyway until you are listening to the one. So in other words, all of you who ignore your conscience, you've lost your way simply by doing that. And all of you, as an example, who think that your superstar is higher than conscience, are completely deluded. Because if your superstar knew any truth or speak it any, it was conscience that teach it to your superstar. You don't understand? Light cannot come from anywhere apart from the one, I and I master. You see what I mean? But like I say, I'm a very, very bad lion. Why? I say that to myself. Because I've comprehended the one. Quick little vision, like you would say, to say, yes, man, it is I and I. But don't bother think now, like I keep reminding you. Because this has happened, that I know this one. I don't know the one. The one is too mysterious for anyone to know. But I do know the one as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, well, it's like people know me, but to what degree? Because they'll never see in my spirit, so they're not going to just know you partially. Can't know you entirely. I can't know anybody entire, know them. Same thing, you apply the same thing to God. That's how God is. You can know God, but you can't know God. And like I repeat that many times, God is everywhere present. You're going to know someone that is everywhere present. But anyway, I know the one still. Because it is the one himself who teach me to be the teacher, innit? If you know what I mean. That's why the one say, no bother with any books, man. Read. That doesn't mean I don't read, have a little skim about, But when I am spitting lyrics, when I read anything, I don't remember what I read. I read for the fun of reading it, and I have read some men who write some wicked lyrics and who know truth themselves. And I love those things. But when I sit to talk now, I don't repeat what they say. No, I never repeat. Unless I'm dropping a quote or something. Why? Because I have my own lyrics to spit. Where did you get the lyrics from? From within thy own self. And all human can do the same thing. But they don't have this trust in themselves, if you know what I mean. Because you don't trust conscience, do you? You trust Jesus. Let's face it now. Who you trust? Who you put your trust in, really? Maybe we say, alright, you put a lot of trust in Muhammad and Jesus and the Buddha, and you put a lot of trust in, Think of where you put your trust is. In whoever. And now, think of it now. How much trust do you put in your own conscience? The light that is within thy own self, burning forcefully and powerfully. Think about it. How many of you, because I'm not going to say no human, because some of us know the beauty of conscience, but how many in the mind of you, right, have your trust in your own conscience? Who would listen to the promptings of it and trust in it about 300,000 trillion percent? Fully. No, not many human beings are willing to do that. But if you did do that, guess what? That's what teaches you. Because that is the master. You see? The master within thyself. Master is everywhere present within thee. So it is this master now, the secret dweller, I call the one, who, like I'm telling you, is the teacher of the fire lion. You know? Works like, how is that word now? Like how you would reflect sunlight, you know? I am a reflector of that one. Dangerous though, you know, like I'm saying. I'm a frontline general enforcing the will of that one anywhere. Enforce the will of that one, even like I say, all these people like to go on about Archangel, all them. But not because I am working with some lunatical disciple. You know like how I tell you about disciple like the great Satan himself, the one that dwell within the negative. He's one of the disciples. He's been around tempting everyone. Then you have death. And then some of my disciples here now, serious. Man, the serious, fearless. You see what I mean? Lover of roots reggae music to the fullest. You see what I mean? So I have some very, very serious disciples. You know what I mean? There's no... Well, I have funny as well. you know? But those... and we have man like the love of truth and rights. Well, that is the aim anyway. That's why I gather all these disciples. Because they are lovers of the truth. Because serious don't take those... You have to, you know? Serious about the truth. The man that don't stop at nothing but truth. And fearless and worse. You see me? So in the universe or in the mind or how we move, nothing stops us from delivering the will of the terrible and dreadful God. Rastafari himself, the High General. Yeah, nothing at all. Ain't no way of any being in the universe, like I say, defeating a one like I. When I'm speaking the living word. That's why I'm saying to people, you should learn now to listen to the words. You know the word. Because lots of mouth can talk. Everyone who can talk can talk. But why is the mouth talking? What is the word that is coming out? And how does it come out of the mouth? How does it sound? Does it... Because I say, when a man speaking truth, man, yeah, man, you can hear it. Because you got the fire in it. Yeah, but when a man is a repeater, yeah, sometimes them shout up and get, but you cannot say, hey, it's a shout empty words, man. Don't look like, you know, the real fire. Look like you've been trained. Because some of them boy, they get trained in it. I don't know what college them go to, but it wasn't the college of Jah. I get trained as well. You know? But like I say, I don't get trained. I never go to any college and get trained by any man. You know what I mean? That's why I feel that, not feel, I know this. I can't work with anyone in it. If you know what I mean. Got to be I and I alone. Pushing through the fire. Yeah, man. We stick on the whole universe, you know, as a bad fire. When we deliver in the word of God. Because, you know, you can't lose. I cannot be defeated. All people can do now is look and say, oh, he doesn't know what he's on about. Him don't know. But all that is rambling of an idiot. Any man at all who said that anywhere in the universe, look pan and hear I talking and talk about that is the word of say, yeah, this God. Because you don't know God in your heart. That's why you come up with that statement. You live to regret that when you reach the other side. You know? You live to you say, and then you will be one of them. When you reach there, say, look at that now. I hear the word and never listen, curse off the word and laugh. If you know what I mean. Because these people, lunatics have a way now of telling you that you are the lunatic. But like I like to tell them, oh yes, if anyone say that I'm mad. Of course I'm mad. I am mad about God. I am crazy about God, Rasta. And it would be foolish of me to deny that. I am not going to deny that I'm mad about God. So I'm sure people get bored of me. because of the way that I talk and go on about what is right and correct. And they get bored because they don't want to hear that all the time. They want a different bit of entertainment. I'm sure that was the same reason why my missus get fed up with me. You know what I mean? Too much care about what, but I can't help that anyway, and I don't want to help that because that is I and I will. Rastafari live it. Better we just die like we say, striving with all our might and all our force of mind to bring forward the light of God into the hearts of boys and girls. I would say, you know what I mean? Because this is what is coming, the fire. And this is where you're going. I'm telling you where you're going, you know. Because I know the secret of all souls. You don't need no miraculous soul coming around here to tell you. The only secret there is about you. There's a lot of secret about yourself that you do not know and understand. A lot of people don't know that the terrible and dreadful God himself, Rastafari, the High General, is dwelling within them. What they call conscience. They wouldn't know this, or they won't accept this. Neither will they accept that they contain within them the black box, and that it is there specifically to record all your deeds that you do in here, so that when you go there, we don't have to put you on trial to see what you've done, because it's recorded. You see what I mean? Those are things you need to really understand about your own being. You know? And that you can make changes to what is stored on the box. Yeah. You can change your ways. Yeah, man. And then the other secret. There's lots of secret in this world. I know some of them. I don't know all of them, but I know some of them. One of them is that you're not going to die. That is an illusion. It appears as if you do, but you know, trust me. You ain't dying. You can't die. Ever can you die. Eh? So if you, but this is what I'm saying when people are dumb, because they are living and they're out just pursuing what we call the material or matter. They don't take these things into consideration. They might even think, oh yes, when we just live and die. You know what I mean? But that's, they're only thinking like that because Mr. Suit and Tie has set up a system. And, you know, the outward religious man has held the mind into subjection so that most people don't realize who they are, so they can rule over them more easier. You know what I mean? But you can tell that these beings must be complete, I don't know, they must have lost the soul completely anyway. Because why would you want to do that to your fellow human being when you will have to suffer the consequences of the action that you are performing? Oh yeah. You're living right here now, man, and you're living in the best house, best everything, and every day you are dressed up in your suit and tie and your shiny shoes. And you're driving your Bentley here and your Rolls Royce. Because you know Mr. Suit and Tie, man, who is powerful up in the deviousness of human soul. They driving the best, they eat the best here. The best is for them. What they think is the best anyway. Fool them. It is time for souls, human and the planet, I say, right, to look up to those, like I'm telling you, in Suit and Tie, and immediately realize that this is evil. Look up to those, you know, in the American system, Senate, whatever they call. Don't you see that these goons, devils, satanic beings, that's what they are. It made me sick. And the only thing I say, they are lucky, yeah, that I don't have the power, or that I'm not God, because I would finish them off all already. I say I'll finish. I know you are my brothers, even the man that do evil. I would have reconditioned your mind. You know? Remove you from power and put more make righteous man populate up there. You know what I mean? I know sick people. Take you off of your throne and mash up all them thing about kings and queens and bloodline and all those stupid. You know, we're backward. Only backward souls could think of anything like that. Only backward soul would set up a society like you see running on earth here, yeah? And then think that it is something good, calling it democracy, and it's hypocrisy. Only backward beings would be happy and about what they call it, the Bill of Rights or the American Constitution, when it was written by wicked and evil men. You shouldn't even have been written in no constitution there. It's not your country. You should have asked the native Indian to draw one up in their own land. But you gone there writing some idiotic business, and up till this day there's people about our constitutional right and this. You don't have no constitutional right there. You are just being deceived by devils, and because your mind is corrupted as well, you fall in for the devilish trick. Well, that is ridiculous. How are you going to see the truth when you accept what wicked man has done? If you accept what wicked man has done, then you will stay in ignorance because you're not willing to see the truth. You are just willing to accept anything that evil soul tell you. If evil soul write any book and tell you that he's going to say, oh yeah man. Instead of you seeing that the man is evil, not only by what he writes, if you can't see him out and with him write, you know what I mean? You must be able to tell that this man is a deluded human being. And what make people do you think deluded? It's only because they're not living honestly. You know the man who write the God Delusion, I don't know where him called. Did we ever send him? I'm sure we sent him an email, Marius, and him don't answer. That man, he write the God Delusion. The only reason why you never know that there is any God that you haven't figured it out is because you yourself is deluded. Because you're not living honestly, brethren. That's what make you ignorant and stupid. You just gone to some brainwashing institution where you train you up as some scientist and give you some award. I don't know what they give you. And this pop up your ego and blind you. So from that position, you cannot see the truth. And then you say that there is a God delusion. Not a God delusion, it's your delusion. Your own delusion blind you. Create a cloud between you and the light. What you need to do is to live honestly. Like that's the only way any being is going to know what is right and correct. By living honestly. Not by scientific experiment or by going to Oxford, Cambridge, Eden, or in America, your big school where you have. Most of those who go to the big school are idiots. Brainwashing idiots. Hey, so you go there learn. Because you know a little bit about science or chemistry, you think that you are somebody. That don't make you anything. The only thing that can make you a human being, proper one, is when you live honestly and clean within your heart. Your job cannot make you a person. That is just what the devil has convinced you of. And you get no reputation because you're a professor this and you have bachelors of art and all those kind of things. Those are just what the satanic powers use to flatter those who they want to keep in subjection. You know what I mean? Outwardly, just keep them in the material or in matter. Not allowing them to know nothing about the spiritual aspect of themselves. You see what I mean? So this is what I and I is burning the fire in the 12 years, is to educate you about the spiritual aspect so that you can have a balance between spirit and physical. If you know what I mean. Like some of these idiots are saying, oh, the material world, God created the world in it, material and spiritual. It's all good. It's you who is not good. You are the wicked. You are the one spoiling up things. You see what I mean? Because your heart is not clean. Whether you're up high or you're down low, okay, the same action. If you're high up, well, you're wicked anyway. You know that. If you're low down, if you are stealing from your next door neighbor, hating, that's create a cloud within you. You understand? This cloud will stop you from seeing. You are likely, when you can't see, you'll believe anything. Because you can't see. And anything you believe would be idiocy. So when you believe what I'm telling you about Jesus, idiot business that. But you're not brave enough to see this. You are not brave enough, like I say, to understand the real or to realize that God cannot send anyone here Once you arrive here, God cannot send anybody. Unless you're going to say God sent us all here. So God cannot send his son here, because that is against the law. Because the law is, once you are here, you have a choice. And the choice is between good and bad. God cannot send anyone come telling you what to do and how to do it. You must make the choice. So what you happening about God sending his son here, Jesus, and going on? And that's a fairy story. That is a story, I say, told to you, or should told to us when we are children, because it's very amusing. But once we grow up, we should put those stories aside. Similar thing like how we put our toys away, because they're only stories. They're not reality. Yeah, some people are faint about, oh, the Son of God, Jesus. You're not supposed to be fainting and going on and singing song about Jesus. You are supposed to be living honestly. And when you're doing that, when you're living honestly within your neighborhood, you don't have to keep repeating another man's name. If anything, you repeat honesty and give the praises to honesty. And pray, and every day you pray how honesty is good. And sing the praises of honesty. Jesus is not called honesty. He is not honesty. Honesty was around before him, innit? And truthfulness. And are we here to worship or to follow the ways of honesty and truthfulness? That's what we are doing in life. And that's what I am doing. And every human being should be. Not following the next man. Because the next man is not honesty, truthfulness. You know? The next man is not your desire. He's neither is he your intention. Those are your thing. And you must operate them. You see what I mean? You have your own honesty. Put it into practice. Your own desire, put it into practice. You see? There you produce your own truth. Speak it. Live it. You know, but you're not doing that. And the reason why you're not doing that is because your life is not right. You haven't cleaned up yourself, like I'm saying. So you have to be just harping and about, oh, Jesus, Jesus. All that is for beings, like I say, who are cowards. How do I say? A coward being. I must call you coward because God never created any coward. You are just acting cowardly. You know? Not righteously. It's not worthy. You are acting in an unworthy way. It is unworthy for a being that God created to be behaving like how I see man behaving here on earth. No, man. The way they are behaving is sickly, man. And to realize that the intelligence that is within each being, it's not as if, oh, this intelligence is only in a few. Then, if we could imagine the rest of them performing these depraved things that they behave, performing, then we could have said, oh, the reason why they behave like that is because the presence of God. You know, they just ban blankness that way there. But no, the presence of God is in these same goddamn wicked that you see there. They just choose to ignore this. And for some reason fall in love with doing wickedness instead of falling in love with doing right. But I and I is not in love with doing wickedness. I'm in love with doing what is right, thinking what is right, talking what is right, continuously 24/7. You see what I mean? So what is right inform me. What is devious is informing them because they are dealing in deviousness. None of their, no matter which religion they come from, cannot come and spit the fire. And if I should ever meet them, you'll see how easily I destroy them by the words that I speak. And yet they will claim, you know, they have wisdom in the Bible and the Quran, going back, whatever, and this. But, you know, empty barrel, like I say, cannot talk. I shatter them. They can talk to people, like I say, who are not alert. But any being who is alert in themselves, when these religious men run up against them, they have no chance. In fact, if they know, usually they will avoid these individuals because they know we'll burn them with the fire. You know what I mean? Because you're talking from out of a box. For a start, you know what I mean? You're blocked in. I would say the radius of your reasoning is limited to your little religion. But I and I is not limited. I enter my religion, your religion, everyone's religion. You see what I mean? Because I am the teacher of all the religion. Literally like how you see God is in all man. Although I know man don't accept this. But I know this myself. It's not a matter. I know that Jah is in all man. That means all, whether you farm up religion or you don't farm up religion. So that's why I am the teacher for all man. Well, God is the teacher for all human beings, isn't it? And that's how it works out. Simply as well. I is the teacher for all human beings. Any man who is is speaking truth is the teacher for all human beings, you know? Yeah, man. From you speaking the truth is the teacher for all human beings. You see what I mean? And like I say, depends on what, and it doesn't even matter what depths you swim into. But you will be revealing truth anyway. The Fireliner is just really revealing some truths from the depths of truth. Same way, you know what I mean? So you have truth in the shallow and you have truth in the depths. So I am just revealing some truth from the depths. Some precise truth that are exact and truthful. The type of truth that is going to replace what is going on here on earth. When the regime gets changed. Like I'm telling you before, I told you before, you are going to live under the law of the one. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen. Those who are not prepared to live under the law of the one. You know what I mean? I am not a seer. I don't know, but that I know that instead of the negative, you have the positive, and when you have the positive, it's the law of the one. And this law is everywhere present. You understand? So instead of present day, you know, England have a law, America have a law, France have a law, every country have a law. And then you hear them say, you know, there is international law. All these different laws are going to get swept away. And you have what? You live under the one law. Not a law that was orchestrated by men in suits, you know, like that law that you see out there. But the law that has been running from the beginning of time. But not many people has seen this law, if you know what I mean. Because the law is operating in the invisible. The law that I'm telling you about that is coming is not a visible law. So over the years or centuries then, it's only a few that has comprehended this law. You know, the majority has always lived by the law of the men in suit and tie, whoever created it before, you know, deceptive being. They've never actually lived by what I would call natural law. Nor they've never known, they've never actually comprehend the fact that there was a natural law. And that there was no need to set up laws because one should be living by the natural law. You know what I mean? And the natural law now is like, say, dear law. Not everyone can understand it, know what it is. But the natural law now, everybody know it. It's in everyone, everywhere. You see what I mean? So that is the law that is coming, the law of the one. You know what I mean? And that law now sweep away all these little foolishness that you have here and sweep away all the outward form of religion, and bring now religion in its purest form. Because it is religion in its purest form that is coming. The law of the one. Because the one is very religious. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, the one is very religious, man. Well, I am. I love being, well, to me, religion means, you know, following the ways of God, you know, and loving the way there, you know, so, yeah, man, and living like that honestly, man, desiring what is right and correct, you know, spending every day, night time, sleeping and reasoning into that, understanding that, soaking up that within thy soul, man. Yeah, that is the law, you see, and that is religious. So, you know, like religious people, they think that you couldn't dance or anything. No, man, can we love? Like I tell you, one of my disciples here, you know, because I is roots reggae. Trust me. Yeah, man, cause we love dancing, innit? Raw roots reggae, rough. Ain't no way you reaching Firehouse without you having a disciple like that, you know? Thumping out, I say, some. Maybe that's why I was born in Jamaica, cause maybe God know that to accompany me and this push, I would have to have roots reggae music, you know? I don't mean those kind of reggae that are not, what I call commercial or leaf reggae, you know? I mean the roots, where we either give it to you in dub-wise, that's music without any lyric, when you hear the lyric, it's singing about what is right and correct and truthful. You see what I mean? Or about how we come to be in the West. Tell a story, you know what I mean? Remind us of all those things. So there is no way a day could go past in England and I am not ramming down some reggae music. I know, man, love them things seriously. Take those things. It would be like if you don't play no reggae music. Roots may deal with in a rasta. It would be like not eating and you're hungry, innit? Well, it would be like that to me. So I love them things to the bones. Yeah, man. I think I love music more than I don't know. Because sometimes you can be hungry and when you play some tune, you don't forget that you're hungry, you know what I mean? That's how I love the music anyway. I don't... Let's just say I can't find enough word to describe roots music, man. I couldn't describe it. You'd have to feel it for yourself. You know what I mean? But those are the kind of rhythm, I am saying, that bring one to Firehouse, where one can have a look now at the what is, if you know what I mean. How things is, not how we want them to be, in our own little selfish way, but just how it is. You know, how man is one, how the earth is one, how the universe is one, how God is one, all oneness, you know, and how we're going to die and go on and reap our reward for what we work for here. You are here working, doing a job. Liberty is your work. You shall get your reward, whatever you do. You know what I mean? You're not going to get nothing that is not due to you, because life is fair. You know what I mean? But I would advise some people, because the outer religion is always trying to do this and about, oh, God will show mercy, you know. So they spend all their time living bad now, hoping that if God did exist anyway, He will show mercy. When they say, oh, you know, I'm sorry for doing all this. Yeah, if you want the mercy of God, like I tell you before, you must earn that mercy. And you earn it, right? By making correction to the very things that you know is wrong within your life. You're not ignorant to the wrongs of your life, are you? Like I've repeated, whatever the wrongs are, because most people have this wrong of sexual weakness, cheating and lying, and but you know that you're doing these things. Why don't you stop it? If it's if you have a body loss, you know, you're in love with your body, it ain't right, ain't healthy. But man, you can't talk to those people. They probably think, you know what I mean, it's right to but anyone who have anything can see that somebody is sick mentally when they are doing these things. The only way to help yourself is to stop them. You know, it's like an alcohol. The only way for him to get out of it is to stop drinking the alcohol. Same thing with any other negativity that you are occupying yourself doing. It's like a drug. It's no good. It's damaging your soul, make your soul sick. The soul should be you see, if the soul was like the body, where when the body get ill, you know it's showing signs and you feel it then physically, because the soul is non-physical. You don't feel the sickness that way. But if it was physical like the body, man, you would have you would have go to the doctor and say, yes, man, your soul got cancer. And say, yes. And then the doctor tell you that, oh, it look like you've been hating too much. You know what I mean? You have to cut out hate out your life. You know, because it's damaged your soul. And greed, spitefulness, oh bloody hell, the whole of your soul look really, You know, like a man who smoke 3,000 cigarettes a day. Dark down there, you say your soul gone really wild. You know what I mean? But that's exactly what's happening to your soul now. You know, guys, you can feel the symptoms of physical sickness. But the symptoms are because the soul is, like I say, it's not physical, it's spiritual. You don't feel the sickness. But when you go to the other side, you will see it. They'll see you as a sick soul. You know, like you can identify sick men here sometimes. You know, when a man is sick, you look at him, he's sick. So when these soul, when you go there now, other people, there's a sick soul just arrived. Ill, you know what I mean? Don't know how long it's going to take to get you better. And no one can get you better, like I say, to only your own self. You see what I mean? When you leave here, like now, this sickness of soul that we're talking about now cannot be seen here. Just like how, you know, you have these criminals in suit, like I say. They can easily hide behind their suit or their dress. But where you going? You know, you won't be able to hide like that. You will be seen through spiritually. Everyone will know that you come to earth, right, and live here as a vile being, without any love and any care for your fellow human being. Your only interest was to own the earth and gobble up the resources of the earth, have as much material pleasure as you can, and it doesn't matter who you hurt, what you did to them or not. You're just totally selfish. You know what I mean? And that is what will be seen. You won't be able to hide that, such things, you know what I mean? It will be seen clearly in the next dimension. That, oh yes, man. Look at him when he was on earth. He's just a dirty little being. You know, nowhere to hide. Like now, I could hide up my inadequacy under my clothes, you know what I mean, and look good, you know. People who don't know me are just smart to put on my suit and my shiny shoes, you know. Tie and yeah, man, he's a respectable guy, you know. Drive a nice car, hardworking and everything, you know. You know, like how Jimmy Savile did. And not only him, like I said, the majority of men are still doing it. I only mention him because he's in the public eye at the moment. But all of them are like him. They are presenting one face to you. Because that's what Mrs. Those men are. And then behind the scene, they are vile. They make what Jimmy Savile did, they make that's child's play, man, to what they're doing. You know what I mean? What he did is sick beyond sick. But they just think, oh, you're not sick enough, man. You know what I mean? We represent a higher form of sickness. You know what they are doing. But I'm saying it's a difficult thing when you lost your way and you don't know. You really don't know. Because I can see in my heart how any being could really know that we are living in a universe, yeah, that is controlled by law. And everyone, well, you have a look at the law here, that law is to govern and rule things. Okay, this law is imperfect, like I'm saying, because it's the negative side of the law. But you do have a perfect law. And it operates in the same way. You cannot break the law and get away with it. You know what I mean? You must... Humans are so funny. You must think that God is going to operate, right? Like how the physical, how man operates. So when you do a wrong, the police come and arrest you. No, man. God don't do it. God arrests you, but you don't know that you are arrested. Because you don't see the chain, you don't see the cuff that you are in. You even put them on yourself, like I say, with your suit and tie and cufflink that you like to wear. But the minute you break the law of God, you are you are locked up. And the only way for you to get out is to change immediately. If you don't change, all you do is, you just lock up. You can't escape, People who are admiring you, other prisoners are admiring you because they don't realize that they are prisoners as well. You know what I mean? And when you're in your prison, like I say, because every so often the prisoners get together and say, oh, he's a model prisoner. So they give you an award, you know, or whatever it is they give you to you feel good in the prison that you are. I just seen this week, like I mentioned it at the last video, but I mentioned it again, man. That Beyonce, they said her face is going to be on Pepsi, 30 million, you know what I mean? So those kind of things flatter, you know. If somebody give you 30 million piece of paper, then you will do anything cause blah blah. But those things are just egoistic. That's not going to help the soul when it transport to the other side. No one on the other side is interested in you, but you did 30 million or that you had 200. When they see this, here's another idiot coming from Earth, was down there accumulating. The more money they have is the more stupid they will be that enter the next side. Those who are the most here will be going that way. The more, if there was a queue for idiots, you would just say, right, when the soul is coming through, I say, all those who love money, let them go through that queue. They see the most idiot going through. All of them would be idiots anyway. But yet they when they hear living now, presently, before they strike them, they think they are the most important people. And then others now, low down like us ourselves, are striving to be like them. And is reading about them. And when they come out, we are waving to them. And they feel even more puffed up in idiocity when loads of idiots. Because I say it's only other idiots who would be out there waving at you. Or other idiots would be seeking your autograph. It's only fools that are convincing you that you are a star. If you had any genuine friend, any of the humans that think they are a star, they don't have any friends. Because if they had any friend at all, I mean a genuine friend, the friend would be telling them, listen man, this is bullshit, this is not you. You know? You are putting on a performance here. You will never know who you are behaving like this just because they're paying you a lot of paper. You know? But your friends are not your friends because they love a little bit of the publicity. They will agree that, yeah man, you're doing a good thing, man. You're singing some great songs. You haven't sing no great song. You sing a load of crap. All of them singers that they are on about, win what they call the pop, the world, Rolling Stone, Beatles, all of them, whatever them singing, is that all you singing, right? Is a load of crap. You ain't singing any. If your song is spiritual, you're fair enough. But are you sure you're singing, or you've been singing truthful and honest song? No, you've not been singing any truthful and honest song. You are singing songs that you think will make a lot of money. Songs that you think are catchy. You understand? Songs that you think the public would like. But these songs, have they got any substance in them? No, your songs haven't got any substance in them. You are just singing songs, right, that mean absolutely nothing. But at the same time, it make you rich. And then others are saying that you are a star. You understand what I mean? And you end up believing that you are a star. And you are aiming to be a star. You know what I mean? But no, you are no star. No one is any star. You are a human being. But you falling for the hype. You understand? Of thinking that, oh yes, I am a star. And then other people are further puffing up your ego, agreeing that you are a star and wanting to be like you. And if they see you in a jacket, they run and buy the jacket. And then Mr. Moneyman use you now, like how they use all these other, like I say, take you and I say use you to wipe their ass. Because once they see that there's a lot of fools following, you say, oh yeah, come and advertise Kentucky Fried Chicken. Come and advertise gun killing. Advertise anything. We'll just give you 100 million and you say, oh yeah, I'll help you advertise your idiotic business. And I mean fancy, like I say, a data advertising Pepsi. Is Pepsi a good thing for human to drink? It's not, it's a bad thing. But just because you think I would make somebody pay me 30 million to go to convince other people to drink something that is no good to them, and I know that in my heart, but still do it because they pay me 30 million. No man, I would rather I say I live poor. I am not accepting. But then again, when you are those people, you have no morality about you. You can be bought and sold, and you will do anything, like I say, to be in the public eye. Because once you are in the public eye, you don't want to be out of it, do you? So you want to be in the newspaper, you want to be on telly. And who control telly? Your masters. And if you want to be up there, your masters to be showing you to the public, then you have to be behaving in a way that is pleasing to your master. You see what I mean? You can't be doing anything that is, what I would say, natural to thy own self. No, you have to be the star. You have to pretend. But what is the point of, because when you reach the other side now, star ain't going to help you. Being a star, star is nothing. If you are a billionaire here, Richard Branson, man like going about everything them want to make money out of. But that ain't going to help you. What is the point of you coming to earth and all your endeavor is to be a business success? Philip Green, you want to open office. All when you have a billion, you're not satisfied. You want to make more and more. But how is that now going to help you understand who you are? You never find out who you are because all your energy is spending to developing your empire. You know what I mean? So you're building up an empire, but you don't know who you are. And your empire, like I'm saying, you cannot take it with you. And when you go down there, the empire that you've built, or you think that you are building, right, won't be coming with you. That ain't no good to you. So you can, like I say, it's only idiots go around admiring someone because they've got 500 million. Or think that they're a good human being. Or now think, like I'm saying, that we must take the advice of Bill Gates. Or any one of these other idiots who have money. You must think that because a being now have 50 billion, that for some reason he's a sensible person and know what's right. It has got nothing to do with what right and him being any morality that we should live up to. You understand? So when I see a man like him and about he want to vaccinate Africa, I think that Mr. Gates is an evil man because he doesn't understand what truth is. He understands about making money. And those who understand about making money don't understand the truth is because their life has been devoted to ways and means of making money. And staying in agreeing. He's not fighting to destroy the system and coming up talking about it's evil and things. So he's part of the evil. And he's part of him. He came here want to be don't do those kind of things, man, about vaccination. You shouldn't be vaccinated if you want to help, really help. You just go and pick up a few of the African countries and build a hospital in every one of them then. Or build road, build something with your money. But don't give them, children in Africa don't need vaccination. Man has been living in Africa for over 1,000 a year without vaccination. They got enough herbal medicine. Tell them to go back to natural medicine instead of taking your injection or your whatever it is. Because whatever these men are giving out are evil. They don't give out anything good. Understand what I mean? These souls, like I'm saying, once you are an outward being, you are in balance. When you are in balance, you can't know what's right. Everything you do is wrong. You can't be right. It's as simple as that. Understand? So in this time, you have to open up your eyes. And I say you have to live honestly. Because that's the only way. Otherwise, you just have to be a repeater. Repeating what you hear over and over and over. Like you are a record player. You're born into the world, like I say, and your mother and father tell you a story. until you say, yes, Jesus did that or that and that. And then you just grow up and repeat that and tell it to your kids. But you yourselves never investigate nothing. You just trust fully in what was told to you. But you don't know if it's true. Now, isn't that idiotic? Like I say, I'd rather die a fool than accept something like that. That when I come to earth, they tell me a story, and I must live by it and go about repeating it, saying, oh yes, it's true. When I don't know, how could I know if it's true when I only hear it? How can I guarantee that anything in the Christian Bible that they say about Jesus or any man who lived 2,000 years was correct? There is no guarantee of that. Because I never know them. I only hear about them. So how could I swear that yes, it's true? I can't. I wouldn't. But people are doing it though. I know people doing that. They will swear by everything that they see in the Bible here. Or if it's not the Bible, like I say, Quran, but whatever book your brainwashing institution give you on the outside, you will swear by that. Whatever the instruction in the book, while ignoring your own conscience. Because you will forever think that your book, like I say, what man write is greater than the conscience that within yourself. That's what I hear some man trying to say. I think, man revere a book and ignore his conscience. Ain't that stupid, God? Like if I was talking to God and say, Jah, watch here now. Look how stupid the man is. You are the one who create conscience and put it within him. Him now come and make some tree and make paper and write on it and write down words. And some other man come along long after that and claim that the words in that what the man write is greater than the one that is within conscience. Now that's stupid and ignorant. But we living in stupidity and ignorance anyway. That is what run this world. Stupidity and ignorance. Like I say, it's not run by those who are intelligent, those who know what is right and correct. This is run by ignorance all across. So anything that is going on, religious-wise, political-wise, everything is run by ignorance. Ain't nothing being run by the truth here. Unless a being is stupid. Which being would want to say in the heart, oh yes, it's the truth that's running the planet. And it's truthful and honest people who are in religion. How could it be if these people in religion was truthful and honest? Everyone who in religion would get together as friends. They would visit each other like how when a friend visit each other home. They would visit each other's mosques and churches and temples. No problem, because they're friends. But they're not friends, they're enemies. You can't see that. So how can godly people be enemies? Unless by some way, like I'm telling you, you are confused. And it's not by some way. All of those outward beings are confused. They don't know the truth. You can tell in their behavior. You just have to use simple things like I tell you. If me and you is friend, I come to your house, you come to mine, no problem. So why can't two religious men be friends and this week they go to the mosque and the next week the man come to the church? You know? All of them do this exchange because you're friends, you're friends in God. You claim that you know God and you do in God work, all of you, innit? So you are friends in God. So if you are all friends in God, why you don't visit each other home? Or unless you are enemy in God then. Better you say you are enemy in God. Because if you are enemies in God, that will explain perfectly well why you do not visit each other home. And when I say home now, I mean your religious establishment. Why don't the Muslim go to church and the Christian go to mosque? Just because it's friends. You visit it, innit? You come to the mosque and hear the imam deliver the sermon of the Lord. And then next week you go to the church and hear the priest deliver the sermon of God. Same thing. What's the problem? But you're going to find a problem because you are all hypocrites. So you would rather make enemy of each other than friends. Yet you're claiming to be religious and men of God. Praying to God every day in your mosque or your churches, wherever you're doing it. And yet you are enemy. So how do you work this one out? Can't you see this is madness? And like I'm telling you, you have been led by the deluded, not the sane and righteous. If all the religion was righteous as they claim, and there was God and one God, and they would all be friends, man, instead of enemies, you know? Just like how we are human, and say an Asian man, he cook a different type of food and I cook my food. Well, this week he come and eat some of my food, and next week I test his food. What's the big deal? It's food, in it. So if you are worshipping God, what difference does it make? You worshipping God in it, exchanging it, visiting it? No, but you can see the hypocrites of God. Well, I can see them anyway, I know them. It's easy to identify them. They are bookworms. I believe everything that they say in the book. It's the book that teaches them to be enemies against each other. It is because of their book why they cannot be friends. Even though they are enemies in God, I say. You know? They claim, oh yeah, God, but them hate the next man. And the next man who God, but hate him as well. You see what I mean? Oh, I say that's ridiculous, man. This is when a soul, I say, has totally lost the plot. And these souls that are running the planet have lost the plot. You know, how did they lose it? Just by going away from the will of God and creating their own idiocy and making up that they have prophets and saying that all lie. Nothing to do with God, that. About how many prophets. Why would God want to send any prophet? God create human being and put them here. Human being come here. No prophet cannot get sent here. But these lunatics to carry on their fabrication of lies and deceit. How come God send them so many prophets? Yeah? They are the one with the prophets. Say Muslim, Christian, well, God send you prophet. Why you don't go to each other churches and mosque and share? Because God send you prophet in your... No, but you are enemies. So it shows you that they are hypocrite. The prophet that God never said, they just make up story to maintain their lies and deception and their ignorance. You see what I mean? Because if they was godly, you would see a unity amongst them, a love. You could feel the love between them. But as a soul, all I can feel between them is hate and competition. That's all I feel. I don't know what anybody else feels between these religious groups. I don't know if any soul who has ever lived or is living anywhere could come here honestly, even God himself, and say, yeah, these people are my worshippers, yeah? And these people love each other. That God would be an idiot. Because surely God would have to come and say, oh yeah, these people claim that they're worshipping me, but they don't. These are wicked people because they don't even love each other. So if you don't love each other as human beings, each other, how are you going to love God? Because if you did love God, God would have teach you how to love properly. So you don't love God. That's why you are enemies. You see what I mean? That's why these people are hypocrites. I say, I bet my soul against it, man. I like to bet my soul that all outward form of religion is an evil and must be destroyed in the fire. I've always said that from long. They can see that clear. No problem with that. And that's why I spent a little time explaining to you how they don't visit each other. Because they confuse wicked. Love wouldn't be... You can imagine love behaving like that. No, man, that's not love, man. The opposite of love they're dealing with. That's why they have to dress up in their different robes and all the manner of to deceive you. And go to university, say they're studying and they come out as scholars and this, that, and all that bullshit. Nothing to do with the truth. Those are the ramblings. The more scholar they are, the more idiotic they are. The longer they spend studying, the more stupid they are. I mean, so you spend 10 years learning to be a proper fool. It's better if you live, if every day you just live honestly and clean, innit? God teach you the truth. God is the supreme teacher. That way you go to study to get, and then some other man in suit give you some, tell you. Who tell you that you're a professor? Was it not these same devils? And you feel so proud. Other people tell you you're a professor and you're a scholar. Who was it that tell you that? Who granted you the scholarship? Was it God? Was it the living spirit that dwell within? No. You went to some institution, my friend, and they give that to you and tell you that you are a scholar, or you are a professor, or you are a bachelor of art. That's why I say idiot is flattering your ego. And now you believe that, oh yeah, you are some expert. Expert in what? Are you expert in the truth? Because that's what you should be expert in. How are you just expert in chemistry and biology? Huh? And expert in how to tell lies and deceit. And how to speak what you don't know. Yeah? That's what you are expert in. That's what you are getting well paid for. To deceive people, I say. Well, when we say gullible people, you can deceive. Because you cannot deceive a being that is alert to their own intelligence. Any being that is alert to their own intelligence is not in any religion. That's the first thing they run away from. And I say you don't have to run away from your religion, but you just look at the right side of it. You know what I mean? You don't have to leave your religion, but you will know that your religion is not doing what these outward man. Your religion means for you to, like I repeat before, for you to be a Muslim, you have to live good. Simple. If you live bad, you can't be a Muslim, innit? But you couldn't be a Christian if you never live good either. And I can tell that you are not doing that, because like I say, if you was living good, you would be friends with each other. So the Christian is not good and the Muslim is not good, and any other outward religion come under the same thing. They're not good either, because they're not friendly with each other, because they're not showing love to the brother, are they? They are in competition. You see what I mean? And wicked men are always in competition. Idiotic beings are always in competition with themselves and each other. You know what I mean? Righteous man. Why would a righteous man want to be in competition? But then, oh no, he'll be visiting his house to hear him lick 2 lyrics. You know? Not to be in competition. I say the only competition 2 righteous men will be in then. He say, like me talking, when my mouth get tired, I just say to the other man, you just take over it. And then we can have a rest. Listen, but we no competition, because we're nothing to win. You know? They know nothing. Say, oh yeah, you is the best. Best in what? God is the best. It is God who is the teacher. No teacher is going. No man is going to come here and say, "Oh, I am the best." I am the best. Say the best is in thyself, not in me. You know what I mean? The best is not in me; it's in you. Well, it's in me as well, you know. What I mean is, I am not your teacher, my friend. The teacher is in all. You don't understand. Every time I think I'll have to fire this one every time we reason. That brethren, the teacher is in all, and it must be so in the psyche that there is a secret teacher within your own head. You know, and that this secret teacher in your own head is the supreme Dandada. Maybe because your head is so small, then you never think that God could be within there. Yeah, but trust me, man. The living one is secretly dwelling within thy own self. You know what I mean? And if you should follow anyone apart from that one which is within thyself, you are going to end up going down the wrong road. You see, because there is only one road, and that road is within thyself. Anyway, I am sure that in this reason I've pointed you in the direction of finding this road. And now it is really up to you. It is really up to you to observe, like I'm saying, that these men who are preaching religion are not friendly with each other. You see what I mean? They have not, even though they are the ones who are pushing religion, they still don't recognize themselves as brothers, fellow human being, and that they should all live there at war with each other. You see what I mean? Yet they are the one who is pushing God's word. They are not pushing God's word, they are pushing ignorance. And I am here to push ignorance out of the way. Yes, man. And bring true what is right and correct. Anyway, I know is going to, like I say, wind down and reel out from the firehouse. See me? and meet you on another reel where we'll be burning some more hotter fire and current affairs, I reckon, you know. Because right now, current affairs is getting really hot, you know. Those let's say high devils in America right here now, they say, oh yeah, we recognize the Syrian government, and they're ready now to arm up now so that more killing can go on, and then hopefully they might head towards Iran, because their armor is out, ready. And I'm looking forward to some of this hotter fire as well, because like I'm saying, I'm over here to oversee the collapse of Babylon. I don't know when, but I know soon Babylon, you're going to feel, you know, a difference in Babylon. Anyway, I is going to fire out from Firehouse and go and chill. Rastafari, live it.